let's check in on the races for MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year. Brad's got the analysis for us, and then we're going to give our opinions. But Brad, tell
Okay.
us who's in the top 5 running for MVP.
Okay, in the American League, this is top 5 betting odds through DraftKings. You have Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Mike Trout, and Wander Franco. You've got those 5. Of those 5, who do you think ends up coming out on top and winning it?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, he honestly is sitting at minus money right now, minus 135
You
as
can't
as
even
the absolute
collect
betting
on
favorite.
him. That's how much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's the same. I think it'll stay pretty much the same throughout. Rafael Devers is there, but I don't think he would come. I don't think he'll come in
No,
and
no,
contend.
no.
And then in the National League, you've got Ronald Acuna Jr., Pete Alonso, Mookie Betts, Juan Soto, and Freddie Freeman. Acuna is your favorite plus 105. You're barely getting any money
Yeah,
from
I
him.
don't think anybody's going to take it away from Acuna unless he takes a nosedive.
I don't know that Pete Alonso can necessarily step up enough to make up the ground Acuna has established. He would have to tank the rest of the season to not get it.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
Acuna
have to
would have
fall
to
off.
really slip. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think those are both pretty much a lock at this point, but anything can happen. So
yeah, it's
there's that.
true.
All right, American League Cy Young. We've got Shane McClanahan, Garrett Cole, Shohei Ohtani, Joe Ryan, and Luis Castillo are your top 5.
Whoa, okay, that's a tight group.
McClanahan and Garrett Cole are both plus 350.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be between those two guys, and right now I don't
Yeah.
see any reason for Garrett Cole to lose it.
Honestly, I think that if I think McClanahan is more likely to get it just because his team is better right now.
That's a big deal.
It is. I think it goes a long way that if
Yeah,
they were to look at both teams and be like, okay, all being equal, this team was better, give it to him.
yeah, I
Is
think
I
you're
think
right.
the difference maker at this point.
Yeah,
And then we go National League. Zach Gallen, Spencer Strider, Clayton Kershaw, Mitch Keller, and Justin Steele. Zach Gallen is plus 200. Spencer Strider is plus 225. Honestly, I don't know how you don't give it to Zach Gallen.
totally.
Like
For
the
the
only
opposite
time
reason.
the only time he gives up runs is if he leaves the game with guys on base and then the bullpen can't get out of it. That's the only
Totally.
time he gives up runs. He doesn't ever give up runs when he's actually in the game. He gets out of
Yep.
jams. The dude's
Yep.
nails, and I don't know how you give it. Even Spencer Strider, who's been a stud, strikes out everybody.
Yeah.
I
Not
give it to
that
Zach
good.
Gallen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. Although that will be a tight race moving forward, and I think that you might fall into the same problem with the Braves as you do with the Tampa Bay Rays with McClanahan, is that Gallen's team's just not as good as Atlanta, right?
yeah,
Uh, So if they are going to split hairs that way, it's going to fall
yeah.
in Strider's favor.
I think it would have come down to though is that McClanahan and Cole are pretty neck and neck as far as performance goes, but I don't think Gallen and Strider are just because Strider can strike guys out, but he still gives up a few more runs than
He
Gallen does.
does. Yeah,
So, all
that's
right,
true.
rookie of the year, American League. You've got Mazataka Yoshida, Estuary Ruiz, Bryce Miller, Hunter Brown, and Josh. Is it Josh Jung or Young? I can never
No
remember.
idea.
I can never remember. Anyway,
I
I'm
can't get it
surprised
straight
Bryce
either.
Miller honestly is the third in line there, plus 900, and not so much because of how he's played, because he's been outstanding, but because he's only been in the league for 4 games. He's only
Yeah,
had 4 starts.
yeah. And if they're going to be that sort of lenient with it, coming up on, we're past 25% of the way through the season already.
Uh-huh.
If they're still letting guys get called up and factoring into their decision, then that's interesting. Um,
I'm going to be a homer, and he's going to be my new rookie of the year pick.
really?
Yeah. So his first 2 starts, he threw like 90% fastballs and didn't give up any runs. And then when it came down to when he pitched against the Braves, he mixed in some more curveballs and didn't do as well. But he still had a really great start,
I think it's hard
especially
for
considering
me.
who they were playing against.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to be hard for me to give it away to anybody except Yoshida. I think that dude is just, I mean, talk about holding his own in a ball club that needs the help and
Yeah,
carrying a whole big portion of that weight that they that could have gone the other way, or he could even be mediocre
Right.
and everything would have been fine, but he's not. He's killing it right now. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yep.
like Yoshida for that one.
The National League, you've got James Outman, Corbin Carroll, Brett Beatty, Yuri Perez, and Casey Schmidt. And this drops off a cliff because you've got James Outman at plus 150, Corbin Carroll at plus 175, and then Brett Beatty is the third guy in line at plus 1300.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm giving
two-man
it.
race the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah. Who are you giving it to? Same?
I'd probably give it to Corbin Carroll still.
That's what
Having
I'm saying.
watched that guy play live and see what he does, like he's a different kind of guy, man.
He is. Well, and they're moving him around the field. He played, what was it, left field yesterday or today?
Yeah, he's pretty much playing corner outfield. They've got Dominic Fletcher playing center field, and they just put Corbin Carroll on either side of him. In the game that I was at last month, it was like the first batter of the game, and he chased down a ball in the corner that I thought was going to be a double and made it look like a routine play. That dude is so fast; it is unreal.
Yo, he's crazy fast, and he's stealing bases like crazy as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's your current awards race.